This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
John Solberg here, your host for the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. And this show today is brought to you by Green Mountain Grills. Do me a favor, head over to greenmountaingrills.com and check out the all-new redesigned 2025 Prime 2.0 grills. Amazing grills, lots of technology from the past, and lots of technology from the future. Also a lot of accessories over there. From their pizza oven, they have a rotisserie, they have add-on side burners. They've got stuff. Head over to greenmountaingrills.com today and check out the new 2025 2.0 Green Mountain Grills. That's at greenmountaingrills.com. And today we're going to jump back to 2017. Last week it was 2016. Kevin Kohlman was talking about the Weber Charcoal Summit. Just by happenstance, I stumbled onto this about a year later. Mike Lang talking to Greg about the Weber Charcoal Summit. Let's do it.
One of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about, Mike, is, the emergence of the Weber Summit Charcoal Grill. And, you have kind of a unique perspective. You've been messing around with it, I guess, for the better part of a year and a half or so. But, when it was originally unveiled, I believe it was, a year and almost a half ago, a lot of people wanted to put it in categories and kind of call it the ceramic cooker killer, and I don't necessarily know if I agree that it was being put in the market to slay any type of a Kamado cooker per se, because they're kind of wildly different. Similar in the fact that there's insulated, but the Weber is dual wall insulated just with the air versus the ceramics, things of this nature. Obviously, the look is a little bit different. From your estimation, how do you see Weber approaching that market, and what do you think it's winning at, and is there anything that it's lacking at?
Yeah, I can't speak specifically to what Weber's belief is, but what I do know is there was a niche to fill, and they filled it. And I was lucky, as you mentioned, to have contact with the grill before it was ever released to the public and start working on it and creating content and putting through its paces. And very quickly, I think it was about a year ago, I think we first talked about it. I was basically currently I've got 10 grills that sit on my back deck. And if I had to get rid of all of them, or we had a Southwest Ohio weather event move through and I lost 9 of them, the one grill I would want left standing is the Summit Charcoal Grill, because it really, it does it all.
From a size standpoint, what is it going to, how much can it accommodate, I guess, or how much have you jammed on it?
Well, figure this, typically I've got 2 performers, and then I also have a 26-inch kettle. I haven't fired up the 26-inch kettle in a year, which I know is blasphemy to say. I haven't touched one of them, but I really haven't. I haven't needed to. I mean, outside of direct grilling, you figure the Summit Charcoal Grill's got about 24 inches. If you're feeding either a large party or a group of family or friends, it's going to easily cover it. You're going to talk low and slow and smoke for a long period of time, add in the extension rack, and you can fit on there a brisket, 2 pork shoulders, and you're going to create a substantial amount of food. So size-wise, for me, it perfectly fits the mold.
It does come with a few accessories, right off the bat. You have that deflector plate. You can get it either, I don't know if you call it bare bones, or you can get it with the cart. Do you have the cart one, or do you have the leg one?
Right, I've got the cart at the Summit Charcoal Grilling Center, which has got the cart, some extra storage, and then an area for the charcoal to go underneath, which is nice. I like it for the prep area that it has. There's always a place to put something outside, and I like that a lot. I think one of the things, too, which I'm kind of blown away by, is efficiency and fuel. For instance, I smoked a Packer brisket over the weekend, and I maintained 225 for 15 hours.
Wow!
I choked it off at that point. Done, and then I ended up firing it up again with the remaining briquettes down in the bottom, and got another 3 or 4 hours out of it.
Wow!
Off of simming up that bottom lower fuel grate all the way full of Weber briquettes, and it's to me that's phenomenal.
How do you go about regulating the temperature? Do you do top vent adjustment? Do you do both top and bottom vent adjustment? What's the easiest way that you found?
Yeah, I only use the top vent, lock the bottom vent in at the smoke setting. and then use the top vent to regulate from there. Years ago, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this, looking on the internet or any one of the great barbecue forums, is I actually manually needed areas to close that lower vent down to really smoke on a kettle. So I knew, okay, here's a half open, a quarter open. So my charcoal grill's kind of taken that and moved it forward. It makes it much more easier.
Mike Lang joining me here on the show. Anotherpintplease.com is his website. Have you had any use of those Weber charcoal briquettes?
I have.
All right. So talk to me about those. I mean, obviously, it's a winning combination for Weber to be able to provide now fuel. I think before it was always Weber Grill, Kingsford Charcoal. They were married, and forever and ever it was just that's the way it was always going to be. And then Weber stepped out and said, hey, we have this better charcoal right here. So how do you find, I guess, how do they work separate and together?
Yeah, to me, successful. Right away when I first got the little sort of non-scientific backyard test, like a lot of us have probably done, and I found out under my conditions that I was able to get them to burn hotter and longer than the briquettes that I typically use. So for me, it was kind of a no-brainer. I like the size of them compared to the traditional briquettes that I was using. I've used them now for, about 3 months, and I don't see myself going back. And I'm not just saying that to shill for the company. I say it because I believe it.
How much is a bag of Weber charcoal, and can you get it anywhere? Does it have to be at a Home Depot, or is it a specialty thing?
Actually, as of late, down here in Southwest Ohio, I've seen it at all big box stores, believe it or not, Lowe's, Home Depot, and even a Meijer I was in. So it's prevalent and it's everywhere if you see it. Yeah. How
much bigger is the briquette compared to a competing Kingsford? Is it like 2 times the size?
You want to check out the rest of this show? I'm going to help you do that over the next few weeks. But in the meantime, you want to get in front of me, head over to the BBQCentralShow.com. There's a link in today's show notes. It'll take you to this complete episode. Go check that out. Let me know what you think. You can get a hold of me, John, John, at the BBQCentralShow.com. I always love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. And until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.